Big Boss Jock Radio Show, encouraging the listeners to rise up, revolt, confront the U.S. government, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the capital. Analyst Assessment, episode 22. Before continuing, another mention. Invitation presented. Court, May 23rd. Would appreciate some assistance. Redding, California. Superior Court. There's two. Division 2. 8:30 in the morning. Anyone out there notice the knife on my hip for 5 months? They notice it ever once? Every afternoon, Monday through Friday. Back, forth at the intersection, the stoplight, walk sign, pedestrian another time. Give them the right of way. Go back, forth in the intersection. Everyone has their right to protest. Appreciate some assistance. Anyone out there have a 100-watt CB? AM? How about lighting up the eyes red? Be out there, 4:30 to 5:30. Each afternoon, Monday through Friday. Other than holidays, court appearances, rainy days. There were a couple breaks here, though, in the last months. Need to write some pages. I've written now over 1,500 pages of intelligence brief, all to do with the USDIA. Operation after operation, described from the inside. Details. Specific details. One only an agent would know. Any federal agents out there willing to give a read those pages and appear in court? I'd appreciate the assistance. Maybe they don't know me, but they know the details. Episode 22. The clip being assessed, video clip, was posted by NBC News, entitled, Watch Live, Trump Participates in Immigration and Border Security Roundtable. Posted on April 5, 2019. Airtime, 52 minutes, 2 seconds. 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Follows up what was said at 5 minutes 11 seconds using analytical thinking. The president stated 90%, 80%, what do you think? The person needs to process the numbers. That's the analytical part of the brain. The next statement Don makes at 5 minutes 24 seconds, but that's a big difference. They have never done that before. I mean, when I say never done, like in 30 years, they've never done it like they're doing it right now. Analyst assessment, low intellect level. The listeners being conditioned to the word they when a title should be placed. What is it that they're doing? More description is necessary. Reduces the intellect level of the listener. Statement Don made, 5:33. So the crisis is a direct result of the obstruction by Democrats in Congress. We have to do something about it. There's the catchphrase. That's what they'll remember. Because the other didn't make much sense. Their minds left grasping for what can be easily understood. Well, that's what they grasp first, and that gets planted. 5:43, computer generated. Again, swatted a fly. Reminder of the place. Right there, border with Mexico. 5:43. Statement Don made. I mean, it's California. It wouldn't matter. It's the Yankee USA. Shouldn't everywhere in the Yankee USA have the same impression given or placed? I mean, it's part of the country, the United States of America. Calexico, California. 5:43 statement Don made. And we're going to, and the misconception that every place in Mexico there's flies. Look at the shoddy camera work, the mic pickup quality, the production, the people. It takes them placing faith, their belief in the deception, because it's easily seen through the production. There was better quality in 1972. Mic pickup quality. That the quality hasn't been noted yet, but it will be over and over noted during the 52 minutes. Statement made. And we are going to, and I think a lot of Democrats feel that way too. I think they feel it, they see it. There's not much they can do but to say, wow, what was that I just saw on television? Sorry, state of affairs. People, the taking of the abstract, talking as the group being described, but in the mind of the person in the group that's being described, in the form of first person, is very inappropriate. And it plays a number on the psyche of the listener. They're being taken from, they feel it, they see it. Who's they? It's all the Democrats. And who's the Democrats? Is that in Congress, or is that half of the nation that's being prompted to divide themselves from the other half that's being led by the coach? The one for the team that won doesn't represent any other team, though represents the whole league. Well, what happens eventually? The other teams, because in this case there's only two dominant teams and all the rest don't count much, don't make up 1%, or do they make up 2? 98% of the population are divided into two different distinct groups, though their ideology is nearly in line. There's 4 main issues that they disagree on, though the ones that disagree with abortion, with the right to be promiscuous, taxes, well, that doesn't exactly have to do with moral values. The other two are moral issues. They don't live a high moral life, but at the same while, and not all of them, but as a group. Red doesn't live any higher moral life than blue inside of the Yankee Nation. The two are nearly the same. I mean, yeah, blue is as queer as they can be, and red's accepting. 5:43. Remember, people, the wording is the wiring to the mind. Talk queer speech, become a queer eventually. Conditioning. Yankee Sam style. Convert the population into queer as a group. The cheerleader placed out in front. Special laws. And each day more placed. How the public needs to interact with the special select sliver group of the minority. One of the minorities. According to Yankee Sam, 3% of the population. They sure receive a lot of attention in the Yankee Empire. 5:43. Statement Don made. Oh, we already covered that. Alright, continue with the read. The pages are hosted on the True Conspiracy Forum website. So it would be a COM and a 3W before the True Conspiracy Forum. 3 W's, the True Conspiracy Forum. Forum. Conform? That's right. Join the revolution. Assist. Be part of the solution. Liberate the Confederate States of America. 320 people, 320, yeah, and nearly 320 million more inside of the Yankee Empire are being conditioned to give up their nation. It'll be obvious when over is the assessment of the 52 minutes. Needed will be make a decision. Join up with the revolution, be part of the solution, or ready to give up their nation. Hands up, walking into the underground. Oh, no, 5 totes they get. That's enough for the mementos and the photos. $5.57. Statement Don made. Since October, agents along 70-mile stretch of border here in El Centro Sectrum. Analyst Assessment. Agent as with border. Both words lack identification. Omitted name association. Country of USA. Taken out of the theme. Computer-generated end of pronunciation. U.S. President placed lips together. Versed the word sectrum. Condition the public ease in the word sector, except name El Centro Sector instead of Imperial Valley County, El Centro District, or El Centro Area. Calexico is in the county of Imperial Valley. Since when did that become a sector? Town of El Sector, U.S. citizens dwell in counties, perhaps a parish, not sectors. Zones are in wars. Wars are divided up into zones. Zones are divided up into sectors. That's right. 603. Statement made. Dawn. Nearly 400% increase in family units arriving into the sector, and you compare that with, okay, we'll stop right there. We, analysts who are making the assessment, the listener is gaining the skills. One day we'll be able to assess on their own. You is inappropriate. You don't compare. When that is compared, and what's that? The 400% increase. When you compare, what's the theme? You. And what's being done? The person responding to you is being programmed what to do. Computer-generated dialogue. Statement made. And that's to every performance of computer-generated dawn. The U.S. presidency, that's about gone. 603, statement made. Nearly 400% increase in family units arriving into the sector. And you compare that with other years as pretty amazing. But what we've done and what we're doing, you're going to see some very, very strong results. And as soon as the barriers or the walls, I like calling them walls, since that's what they are, go up, you're going to have a tremendous impact. Oh, you people, it makes my mind spin to read the words. I probably won't do that again. I'll do it in short phrases. That's programming at a heightened level. Big Boss Chuck does not talk such rubbish. That is bad for the mind. That makes a person sick. That is symptomatic, reflective, that type speak of someone who suffers tremendously from dissociative identity disorder. Any who speak like that have a serious case. Need to seek help. If they're interested in helping themselves, learn how to drop the abstract you. do it as soon as they are aware. No longer use the abstract you. Then work that to the we and to the they, them, us, ours, and the rest of the group. Well, she and he use titles. It included. What's it? 400% increase. That would have been that. And that, compared with other years, is pretty amazing. But what the United States has done, and what the United States is doing, the U.S. citizen is going to see some very, very strong results. And as soon as the barriers or the walls, as personally, I as President of the United States prefer to term the lengths of the project, the wall, I term them walls. But no, I wouldn't. And I wouldn't be out there to fool. The reason he calls them walls is because there'll be never a continuous wall. Where's the project? Barrier wall. Project Barrier Wall is made up of 19 lengths, and they're going to learn about it in these next 52 minutes. Because frustration is what happened while making the assessment, and it was necessary to name the project. Then count the lengths, which would consist of the entire project being completed, one continuous wall, barrier. 19 lengths. The length that is currently being discussed is the Calexico length of the project, the barrier wall. Yankee Sam prefers to present the barrier wall. Everyone knows the project that's going on there at the border, U.S. southern border, international border with Mexico. Well, that's our southern border. And someone likes calling them walls. And there's no project name. And how many walls will it take? And how much funds will be necessary in accomplishing the project? You people, how would the United States of America progressed in its history if they were so ignorant? How were the Great Works projects accomplished? I mean, we're talking great feats of engineering. A wall, a simple wall, is going to take down the United States of America. It's designed this way by the USDIA. You people are being chomped. By who? A whole entire group inside of the Yankee USA term number one every time. Well, everyone does anytime the name's mentioned. The trump card, better than any other. Trump's the highest status right there, the number one. Again and again and again. It's nothing more than a psychological operation. Trump did not exist in 1982 and before. Mention 1984. That's when he began making appearances as Trump. Before that, he was a multitude of other identities. He's an operator. Peel the mask off, there's a different identity. And just for precaution measures, usually another mask. They do that. Peel one mask off and have another. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Before continuing on, I would like to give thanks to our one only God. He gives me guidance, helps me with the rhyme. I do show my gratitude for our one only God, Father in heaven. This is a Big Boss Jock, signing off.